Got a green screen, got green ears. It's all good. Let's see. I'm gonna open up my thing. I'm gonna make sure that I'm going. I'm going to open up some music. I'm gonna scooch on back a little bit until I run into the wall. Great. I'm gonna run into that green screen behind me. And we are doing this at a different time. So different time than normal, but that's okay. I just need my music. Probably should turn that off too. All right, up, and chiptunes. Let's go. There it is. Cool. So, okay. I also need to bring over a project that I was working on. I need to not do that. Sorry. Close all this down. Okay, I'll do that, I'll do this, I'll do this. Let me do stats project. Okay, we've got a project. We've got some TypeScripty stuff. It's got some ESLinty stuff. I've got some notes from someone that I spoke to. And this is basically some of the things that I want to test out and set up. So, where are we going to go? Client perf versus server perf? Well, why don't we see where we are to begin with? This is not it. I'm going to close this down. I'm going to open it. Whoops. I'm going to open it in here, hopefully. No, I'm not. Okay. Cool. There we go. We're going to bring that in here. npm run dev. And we are going to see what we are going to see. Localhost. Cool. So if we go to localhost, not 3000, 8,000? Yes, localhost 8,000. That's going to tell us a bunch of stuff that we get from Node, built into Node to begin with, including, how is it complaining about the path floor? Argument number is not assignable parameter of type string. That's actually true. That's a number. That's a number. Does that need to be like a... No, that didn't do it. Type number is not assignable. Ah, so math it's the string. Okay, that's dumb. We do this sort of thing to make JavaScript happy. Why am I doing that? That's okay. It shouldn't be parsing. It should be what is it? To fixed. We'll do that. Number dot to fixed, and I think I want like the fraction digits is 0. There you go. Fix that. You don't like being that. If die equals 0, I don't know why. What is it doing there? I don't know what's going on there. There's a bunch of stuff. Element supposed to have type of any. Okay, fine. You're gonna be a number, right? String. Math floor. To fixed. Returns a string. Okay. How do I get just JavaScripty? Yo, what's up, Brent? Music to Austin ratio is off. Hard to hear me. Really? Ah. There you go. You have to put the microphone next to the mouth and then actually have it on. Thanks, Brent. Glad to always have you looking out. So let's fix some red squiggles because that's annoying. So in JavaScript, how the heck do I do this? I want to do, yeah. good to know that works. So I want, like, I have a number. Let's say I have like 1.2, and I want to do to precision. And that's going to give me a string. How do I get it as just a number? Ah, duh, math.floor. Yeah, it's math.floor. Okay. All right, but that's what I have. Math.floor. What? So why did I even have what did I have before? Parse int. That was kind of silly. Parse int on a math.floor is going to give me the floor value anyway. So yeah, that divided by that. Cool. Math.floor. Awesome. Oh, right. That's because I copied this from someone else. Someone else's code. Awesome. That's okay though. Bytes. Is that math to power I? Okay, 2 fix. Cool. Numbers. Awesome. We have numbers. We have megabytes, gigabytes, bytes. Awesome. Every time I reload, we see these numbers. Some of these numbers change because that's the goal of this project. And I got some responses from my team. So let me see if I can. Let me see if I can actually do some stuff here. What is this? Execute. Right. We were looking at some of the things that we could do before. Not assignable to a parameter of type string. Right. That's because parse int. This should be math.floor, not parse int. Cool. Awesome. We basically fixed everything except for these. Rec declares value. Rec implicitly as a type of any. Implicitly as a type of any. Request listener. Create server. Expects an HTTP request listener. So we are going to type this as an HTTP request listener. Now these are typed. Incoming message, server response, perfect. And that also gives us a lot of the type definitions. That's great. Okay, so let's walk through what are these things that I want to do. First off, I almost feel like I need to actually deploy this project because, let me turn this volume down in my head. I almost feel like I need to deploy this to get some real world performance measures. Let's see, things to actually like types of performance measurement. There's going to be like the memory usage, the CPU usage. There's going to be the time to first byte. And some of these are going to be based on the server, some of these are going to be based on the client, some of these are going to be based on the location of the server in relation to the client. I think I need to build a little bit more of a real-world application around this. Time series database, okay, I don't even know what that meant. Let's do something. Let's see if we can set up a, this is going to sound like a really weird first thing, but let's see if we can set up, I need to start somewhere, Google Tag Manager, because I want to see if we can have more real-world-ish type data. Okay, I can't do this on, I'm going to have to do this on my account over on this other screen. But I'm going to grab a Google Tag Manager code. So I have an account. Sure. Let's go. Nope. Okay. I think I can pull this over so we can like watch this at the same time. I'm gonna create a new tag manager in my Google Tag Manager account. We're gonna call this perf JS perf. I don't know. Twitchy perf. It's a good name. United States, share data anonymously with Google's and others. Yeah, right. Container name. I don't know. We're gonna say it's the web, and just for server-side instrumentation and measurement. Oh yeah, let's do. Oh. All right. Well, we're gonna do just the web. We're gonna call it twitchyperf.austingill.com. Why not? Create that. Do I accept? Yeah, of course. Didn't accept the GDPR thing though. Cool. There is my Google Tag Manager meeting open. Okay, so we'll copy that into the head of the document. So we need to come here, and we wrote some HTML. And if we look at this HTML, the browser is actually ID auto completion CSS. This must be all okay. Pretty sure this is all injected, yeah, from maybe my browser extensions. But we should, the browser should automatically add this HTML. Probably shouldn't add the head actually and the body, just because we're sending a document without all of that stuff. So if we do our own, let's see, HTML, and we also need a body for you, body for you, and then down here we need to close the body and we need to close the HTML, right? And then up here before the body we need to have a head, and we need to close the head, and I'm gonna paste that Google Tag Manager script in there because that's what they told me to do. Awesome. I'll put this, oh crap. Okay, move that out, and we'll copy this little dude. Okay, and it says put that right, where is it? What did it say to put that? Right inside the, immediately after the opening body tag. Put this code as high in the head of the page as possible. Okay, can't get higher than that. And we'll do that, right? Ooh, no frame, no script iframe. All right. I'm gonna do one more thing here. I'm gonna say const add tag manager is going to equal true. This will be like a little configuration. Or actually, I'm going to say const config equals tag manager true. That way I can have other configuration options in here. And let's see. I don't know why I'm doing that. Just kind of feel like I may want to be able to turn it on and turn it off later. So then I can come down here and say, hey, we got this head thing, and then we're going to say config dot tag manager and, or maybe question mark. Then we'll throw in this string. Otherwise, just an empty string. Close that off. And then, did I get that right? I think that looks right. And then we'll do the same here. We're going to do config dot tag. Oh, come on, help me out there. Config dot tag manager. I don't want to type anything. Question mark. What am I doing? Yeah. Little back tick. Otherwise, empty string. Cool. So we'll hit that. That should be true. That should add some like performance stuff on the front end now. Unexpected token. Ah, what a sucker. There you go. Okay. Cool. Now, we should have an extra script here. It is being blocked by me, but that's a good sign because freaking Brave blocks it by default. Let's see. Advanced controls. Filter list. I think what I just need to do is turn off this script blocking. Let's close that. Reload. Look at the console. We don't get that error anymore. Awesome. So we should see, the first thing I want to tackle today, I think, is going to be this script loading. So, and it's kind of hard to see, like, testing stuff on localhost feels like a little bit different than testing something that is deployed, but I also don't want to have to go through the process of, like, manually deploying things. I guess I could, like, SSH into a server and make the changes kind of live, but we'll just see how we go with this and see how we're doing. So we're only testing for performance. I'm going to go ahead and leave it on desktop. Navigation is default. Sure, that's fine. So I'm going to analyze the page load speed with this thing. Your localhost is slower than your VPS. That sucks. How do you even develop? I mean, if that's the case, I would probably look at something like developing on GitHub Workspaces or Code Sandbox or something like that, because then you're not having to, well, you're saying the network request is essentially faster than your local host. So you can move that compute off of your resources onto someone else's resources, have that fast network response, and then also free up your computer from whatever's slowing it down. Okay, so that's going. First thing I want to look at is I want to see if we're going to have any impact by taking that, what's it called? This Google Tag Manager. This one's supposed to be really bad. Let's see, I don't even have any tags. So let's see, new tag. Let me add something. Tag configuration. Choose a tag. Yeah. No. Go back. Go away. Go away. Your compile time is 5 minutes. Know how to compare? Geez. Hi, by the way. Hi. Yeah, I'd say. Well, compile time is interesting. I don't know what your environment looks like or what sort of applications you're building. If you're building something in the JavaScript ecosystem, we don't really compile code, but we do a step that's similar. We transpile. And if your transpilation time is taking 5 minutes, you could maybe optimize that by switching tools. But that's usually something that only happens at build time, so you may not even have to worry about it on your computer, right? Where it becomes a problem is when you have those long wait times during development, because then every time you hit save, you have to like wait. And how many times do you hit save in a day, in a week, in a month? It turns into a long time. Okay, so let's add a Google Tag Manager, transpile TS to ES 2015. Okay, so it is JavaScript. Yeah, have you looked at Vite or ES Build or what are the other hot new ones? The Vercel team has some build tool that they're working on. I think Vite is built on top of ES Build, which is built on top of Go, which is much faster than like Webpack. And then the other one is built on top of Rust. SWR, I think? No, hold on. Let me see. Now it's going to bother me. Vercel build tool. Build steps. I don't think that's going to be it. No. SWR, let's see. Maybe just Vercel. Vercel.com. Did I spell that right? Okay. Features, ship, deploy. Yeah. Now I'm just going in a rabbit hole. Let's see. Thanks to some Webpack shenanigans you're using, it's a bit hard to switch to something else. Yeah. That is called So I guess it's pointless for me to find the tool because you're not going to be able to switch to it anyway. That is called technical debt. And don't worry, everyone deals with it. Yeah, all backwards filling needed. Yeah, that's a tough one. One other thing that might be worth looking into is, have y'all ever heard of polyfill.io? Yeah, upgrade the web automatically. Plus, it's got this cool little whee. Dude, it's cool. That's what this chat is for, actually. I'm like building out a project that's going to be for maybe another course, but I'm here to just chat and build stuff and like talk about this stuff. So that's the point. But anyway, polyfill.io, if you have to do like some backwards compatibility thing, this is pretty cool because you can say, okay, like we need to target older browsers, and I want to say, let's see, available polyfills. Let's say ES 2015. No, let's say that we have something that's like not compatible. You know what? This might be slightly different because of transpiling to older code is not necessarily the same as polyfilling a feature that isn't available. So for example, if you write an arrow function and you want to transpile that down to something older than ES 2015, older as an IE11 old, yeah, like IE11, I don't remember, but let's say I don't remember, but let's say IE11 doesn't support arrow functions, right? So you have a transpilation step that can take an arrow function and convert it to a regular function with the correct scoping and like works basically the same. That's transpiling a feature that's a new syntax to an older syntax, but more or less the same functionality. Whereas a polyfill is like features that don't exist. For example, let's see if I can find it. Filter polyfills like intersection observer. That's a feature. That's a browser API. Yeah. Hey, CBEC coming in and making comments about sidetracking while they're also sidetracking, right? But yeah, intersection observer is a feature. It's like a browser API that there is nothing that you can you can't backport it to anything. So I don't know, but anyway, polyfill.io is pretty cool. It's like a nice, easy way to say, cool, I want to have this feature. I want to have arrow, I guess, like array.isArray or array prototype at. Like I want to have all these features. Then they just get this URL, and you can say, cool, let's chuck that URL into the browser. And my browser is actually modern enough to support all of those features already, so the polyfill that it's going to give me actually isn't going to do anything. But if I open the same URL in an old browser like IE11, it's actually going to generate the script. So when the browser tries to download this, it's going to download the JavaScript that says, hey, when you come across this array.prototype.at, this is how that function works. GSAP can polyfill it with its tools. IO rocks. It's the best. I have no idea what you're... I think you're chatting on the wrong stream. We have IO and GSAP. Oh, thanks for the follow, Gashi. So let's see. Getting back on, somewhat on track. I actually like the sidetracks and the distraction because it keeps me from having to pretend like I know what I'm actually talking about. Anyway, we have this Google Tag Manager that we're adding to the page to deliberately bork up the performance. And Google's products are actually pretty good, so we're gonna, I don't know, we're gonna see if we can, we're gonna see how much it impacts by default. Let's see, untitled tag, we're gonna say Google, I don't know, Google anal, because why not? Google Analytics, Universal Analytics, okay, triggering, sure. I don't know what else. I'm not a marketer, so I don't know what we would actually have to add here, but we're gonna save that. Oh, intersection observer, IO. Might be in the wrong stream. Banging headset, thank you. Is that the reason you followed? Gashi, just for the headset? No triggers selected. Okay, add a trigger. Yeah, I got this. It's pretty cool. It like turns on, obviously. It's got lights on the side. Makes me look younger. Let's see, all pages. Yes, all pages. Cool. Trigger, all pages. Awesome. Save. Oh, we got Ragnar Ook. Another follow. Thank you. From little debugging of a hot mess we're using for build, the thing that takes the longest time is the TS transpile and type declaration generations. Yeah, that takes a while. Okay, I know you're not asking for a fix, but if I were you, totally the headset, great. Not the content at all, but what's up, Fiori Love? Fiori, I wonder if you're Italian, or if not, if you know that Fiori means flowers. You probably know that. I probably sound like a jackass right now. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so Ragnar, the Webpack thing and the TypeScript transpilation, that is a very slow process. And if you can't change build tools, yeah, you may be stuck with that. But I would also wonder if you have the Webpack build and the TypeScript transpilation running running at the same time, or if you have them running consecutively. Meaning, if you go into your package.json and wherever you have like some build command, it's probably like build and then colon and then Webpack, whatever, do the Webpack thing on the source. And then if you have the TypeScript compiler also on the source, I actually don't know off the top of my head what these look like, but if you're doing a build step like this, that's a good opportunity to optimize, because you're basically running these consecutively, meaning your build command is going to say, hey, go and build the Webpack stuff, so the production artifacts, and then go and do the TypeScript transpilation. You can't have them in parallel. Okay, so you know where I'm going with this. Okay, so that doesn't make sense. You should be able to do them in parallel because... okay, actually, I have another question. Some people use TypeScript to do the transformation for them, and it's been proven that Babel is actually way faster at transpiling code than the TypeScript compiler is. So although the TypeScript compiler can do your type checking and generate your types for you and transpile your code from modern JavaScript down to whatever you're targeting, you can improve performance by separating those into parallel processes where you have the TypeScript compiler only do the type checking and the type generation, and then you have Babel as part of your Webpack build, or Vite or whatever, run in parallel ideally, and it does the transpilation. Because if you think about it, type checking and type generation has absolutely nothing to do with transpilation, unless you're doing something really unusual where you're taking the output artifacts from the build and then running your type checking against that, which actually wouldn't make any sense because you're no longer using TypeScript files and you wouldn't even have JSDoc comments in there. So that's you're using TS loader. Yeah, so I would, yeah, that's most likely what's happening, is it's using the TypeScript compiler in Webpack to do the transpilation step. I know you're saying that it's probably not your thing and not your Webpacky mess to deal with, but I would look at that, is maybe pull the TS loader out of there, use a Babel loader instead, and that will handle the transpilation. And then as a separate command, also install the TypeScript compiler, which you should have already, and run that in parallel to do the type generation and or type checking stuff. You'll need to transpile with Babel. Yeah, that's right. So that's, not that you asked for unsolicited advice. You didn't ask, but there it is. Partytown JS. That's what I want. Cool. We didn't finish the this thing, Google Analytics setting. What do I need to do here? Page view, sure, new variable. Okay. Welcome to my stream. We're marketers now. Variable configuration, Google Analytics setting, tracking ID. How to find the tracking ID? Okay. Okay. All right. I don't want this. I don't want this. Can I just save? What if I click this? There you go. Save. Ah, you freaking bastard. All right, set a new variable. It's going to do this thing. Tracking ID. We're just going to say, I'm going to use my tracking ID. Let's go to austingill.com. I know I'm a terrible person. Okay, let's see. Let me get to the chat again. From what you remember, we're using TS Loader. Yeah. We need to try yeah, you'll need to try transpiling with Babel. No idea how it would interoperate with transpilation of view components. So you would have... I forget how to do this. This is not what I want. I need like a... There you go. Hold on. Give me a second. Let's go GA dash, or no, UA dash. Fine. Let's see. Find Google Analytics. What is the analytics tracking code? Damn this code. Damn this website. There should be, man, this should be... Okay, what does the Google Analytics tracking code look like? Google Analytics tracking code example. So with the view transpilation thing and Webpack, I haven't done this in a while because I've been using Vite, but there should be like a view loader. And besides the interoperate with transpilation of view, I'm not really sure what you mean. Yes, gtag, Gashi, what we're looking at is we're looking at actually ruining the performance of our website so that we can then look at the effects of improving it. And I've started with, there it is. Okay, cool. Oh, no, I lost it. Shoot. Hold on. Down, up. Okay. So I'm starting with Google Analytics because I need to start somewhere. Tracking ID, let's do that. Cool. Tracking domain, awesome. Save. Okay, sure. Cool. We're done. We can save that. So G tags are heavy. G tags are not heavy. I think. Well, that's actually what we're going to find out. You're a madman using view components in non-view context too. So Ragnar, you're just off the scale with you're off the charts with things that you're doing. I have no idea what we're trying. You detect view components, be able to use them in a non. You're generating type definitions for your view components to be able to use them in a non-view context. Well, you know, we're gonna have to get you on the stream and just break some NDAs here. Let's see. So, Brent, are G tags heavy? Technically, no. So modern. Oh, look at that. This is actually really bad, isn't it? Modern. Okay, let me try this one more time. It's giving me some good advice. Let's close that. Let's open a new incognito window. Close that. So Brent, to answer your question about Google Analytics, Google Analytics tags are actually, like the modern tags, are actually written in a way, like when they tell you how to download them, I think they tell you to download them, add them to the page. So they do it in a script that does a whole bunch of weird nonsense, but then asynchronously injects the Google Tag Manager onto the page. So this is like a whole messy way of essentially adding this code to the page that is going to be not render blocking. So it used to be in web development world, putting some JavaScript at the top in your head was like a no-no because JavaScript is a render blocking resource. But if you do it in this, magical way, it ends up not blocking because it's loaded asynchronously. Then the next question is, well, okay, so one performance impact that you've avoided is render blocking resources. Next, you also need to take account on how much this is going to download. And since this is not render blocking, that's not going to be a loading performance, but it is going to be an impact on how much the user has to download. And I think that Google Analytics, because this loads like a dynamic tag manager, they will actually read the request headers and determine what sort of support the browser has, or what support the client has, and they'll only generate the code needed. So they do their own sort of like polyfill thing that we looked at sort of earlier. So then you download the smallest bundle necessary, and then besides that, the only other impact on performance that Google Tag Manager has is whether it's going to run on the main thread and sort of mess with, maybe you're doing a lot of main thread operations like animations on scroll or something like that. And if you're doing that, then you're basically adding some competition for the main thread performance. And what we'll look at is that although Google stuff is generally not bad, the problem with Google Tag Manager specifically is that it allows other marketers to add all sorts of other scripts like Facebook pixels, Reddit tracking pixels, Instagram, all of those sources. And so eventually you have a lot more resources, some of which are probably not as performant as Google Tag Manager. And they're all going to be vying for the same main thread stuff. So, you need to close this. It's giving me good advice. I need to use that one in the future. Yeah. Well, it was saying that I have like some things that are going to impact our performance is some browser extensions, and it's right. So we have to analyze the page load now, and then let's see. Might be able to make an article about how we are abusing Vue at some point. I don't know if you should print an article about abusing Vue. You might have, I don't know, Child Protective Services show up and take Vue away from you. Yeah, you see that? So performance is looking pretty good. Yeah, that's fine. We get like what is it called? What is it called? I keep on wanting to say screenplay, but it's a storyboard. Okay, cool. This song is way off of my vibe right now. This is more like it. Would adding G-tag to a worker improve performance? Gashi, I'm glad you took us there because that is essentially what Party Town does for us. So introducing Party Town, and I have not used it yet, but it runs third-party scripts from a web worker. Look at you. Top marks, gold star on your name. I should have a board up here with people's names, and I can give little gold stars. So I haven't used this. This is kind of meh. Not a great metric so far because we're loading this locally, but I may have to see this some other time. This may not be the right. I don't know. We may have to like really abuse the third-party scripts before this makes sense. So. Yeah, look at that. Look at you. Looking like a champ. The nice thing is, yep, see, so this is kind of what I was talking about. Whoa, a little too far. Without Party Town, you'll have your code, third parties. I mean, I'm just reading documentation to you at this point, which is always exciting. But yeah, essentially this is what we want. Oh man, whoa, you got 1.3 megabytes. Is it a public facing site or is it like an internal site? Because if it's internal and you can control, like I used to work at this company where we built a product And I don't want to say that we held our users hostage, but we were basically able to say like, yeah, you have to run our app on a computer, not a phone, on a computer that's like modern, has good CPU, and only on Chrome. And that was pretty spoiled, but. All right, let's see what we can do here. The other thing we need to do is, this is going to be client side. So let's see, add party town type attribute to third-party scripts. Well, let's see if I can get this going, because right now we're kind of doing some weird, funky kind of client side, because it's a Node application. This is all generated on demand. But we got to start somewhere, right? So that's what I said. Let's close that off. Let's paste that in. Install Party Town, and we'll run dev again. Okay, we installed. Next step, script type equals text/party town. Okay. This is going to be interesting. Angular, HTML. Yeah, that's not going to work. I wonder if this is... let's see. Gosh, it's so hard to go from let's start from a totally blank slate to... I actually need to be able to do some work, because this script, like I showed just a moment ago, this script is an inline script. It's not a loaded script. It's a user-facing app to read medical imagery files. Whoa. Yeah, that actually sounds pretty similar to the app that I was working on. And to be honest, I think it's kind of reasonable to have like, oh, sorry, we're going to ship a lot of extra JavaScript because you have to account for IE. So let's see. I'm actually going to use polyfill.io. So let's create a polyfill bundle. Let's go. The only problem with that now is I have a modern browser, but you know what? Forget it. Let's do it. Yeah, nah, stop. Let's see if we can do something. No, you know what? I'm going to use CDN.js. CDN.js. This way I can guarantee that that code is coming across. CDN.js. Let's go, I don't know, Lodash. Lodash, thank you. Yeah, we're gonna include Lodash. We're gonna copy script tag. And in the head, we're gonna add a bunch of these things. So we can see what's some other libraries that we want to throw on here. Come on, let me hear the best ones. Let's do, how about Moment? Moment is going to be a good one, right? Moment. Or how about like a bug tracker? Like what do we want? Rollbar or Sentry? Rollbar. Do Sentry tracking code. jQuery, love it. Let's do it. Cool. Gosh, if I could spell it right. jQuery, cool. Let's copy that. Let's throw that in there. And let's see, tracking. I want to see the actual code. All right, let's do this. Try Sentry for free. I'm going to show you guys an awesome trick. Anytime you want to try something, tempale.com. It's awesome. Nah. Email, password, create my account. Okay, agree to the terms, create my account. Don't tell anyone about this. I swear, I never do this. Install Sentry. Cool, let's see. So this one, the reason why I want to use Sentry is because I want something that, like, I don't just want to, let's see, can I do JavaScript? I don't just want to install a bunch of JavaScript that isn't going to do anything. I want something that's actually going to be, like, constantly vying for the main thread processes. So, okay. No, I want, no, go away. I want, I don't know, popular. I want Node. Is Node on here? Express, sure. There you go. Create projects. Cool. Waiting for error. Yarn add npm install Sentry browser. Okay. Alternate installation methods. Cool. npm CDN. This is what I want. Perfect. Reports loading JavaScript. Generally, we suggest using our npm package. Current scenario which Sentry is unable to load due to networking issues if it's being blocked from that URL. Obviously, we've got a performance bundle. Term bundle is needed. This allows us to keep the file size down. Nope. We want chonky. Okay, I think that might be what I want. So let's throw Sentry on there, and let's see. Oh, I just had another idea. Let's do like deferred script loading. Oh, and also HTTP like HTTP loading hints or whatever they're called, like prefetch, pre-connect. Yop mail is good. Sometimes you can read random people's receipts too. Next time you'll have is HTTP handshake. Yeah, I know, seriously. But that is, well, we'll see. I don't know. That is part of what I actually want to try to get the project to a point that I can optimize, because really, I shouldn't even be loading this from a CDN, because part of what I want to do is see how a CDN can improve times. But anyway, we're going to see what we've got. Confirm mail, don't think I need that. Party town, okay. So, okay, interesting. This actually doesn't represent a third-party loaded script, so let's see what we've got, yeah? We've got some Sentry. Let's see. Let's do tag manager. Let's do Sentry. True. Let's do I don't know, CDN JS. True. And then we'll come down here. We'll kind of do the same thing here and say this is the Sentry code. I want to say if config.sentry, then we're going to throw this in there. Otherwise, just an empty string is fine. And then we'll do another section for if we're including config.cdnjs, question mark, and up. We'll have these two. Otherwise, empty string, close that. And then we've got, cool, Sentry, CDNJS, tag manager again, because that needs to be in the body. You got to shoot off. Been lovely meeting you. I'll have to catch the VOD because this is definitely something you'd be wanting to look into. I'll tell you what. I don't know if the video on demand is going to be any good. I'm an excellent marketer. But no, I don't know if it's like I'm just going to be like faffing about trying to like essentially troubleshoot or playground with this idea of what I want to build. And then eventually I take these projects that I do on the live stream and I turn them into a course. So if you want, you know, you're following now, and I guess come back some other time when the course gets closer. And I have a course that I'm working on right now for Remix and Prisma and SQL databases. Currently recording, should be out in a couple months. Yeah, so it'll be fun. It's on YouTube. It'll be free, and at least as far as I know, it'll be free. But anyway, yeah. So just keep checking in, and yeah, I'll have a more polished version of like this project ideally by then. Yeah, well, Brent, you kind of stuck around through the filming and preparing of that course. Basically, what the course is going to be just a much more polished and like straight path of learning. But you pretty much were sticking around for most of the content of it. So let's see what we've got now. Reload this page, and I want to rerun this report. So let's close that. Let's analyze the page load and see what sort of resources we're using. I also let me simulate. Yeah. We know it's a simulation. This is all the matrix. Cool. We've effectively made the site worse. Not very noticeably worse because it went from 0.2 to 0.6, and the whatever you call this thing, storyboard, I think, is like basically the same. First contentful paint. Okay, all eliminate render blocking resources. There we go. That's the one that we wanted to deal with. So I really like what yeah, well, hopefully Remix is going to support Vue soon, it seems like. So, avoid chaining critical requests, large contentful paint, one element, yeah, okay. Cool, I think this is fine. Yeah, images to increase load time. So, yeah, sure, images. We can do images, I think that's a good one. So we're gonna go image. Well, really kind of, excuse me, really kind of looking at this more from a architecture pattern, but we can do image optimization. We'll do like size, quality, and lazy loading, stuff like that. I mean, that also falls under the CDN thing. Oh, you know what? There's another one. There's another thing you can do with images. Hold on, let me look it up really quick. Give me 1 second. 1 second, hold on. Hold on. Oh, I don't have the right thing in here. There is HTML image loading priority. That's not gonna be it. Sprite sheets, yeah. Image loading order priority hints. No, that's not it. This is not loading hints. This is priority hints. Cool. Boy, it is hot here. I don't know about y'all, but we're hitting 100 degrees today, I think, or at least high 90s, and very convenient time for my AC to go out. So if I'm looking a little bit, if I'm glistening in the summer sun, you know why. Sprite sheets are an interesting one. Because I could go a number of ways on that one. So let's see. What do we want to do? We're going to Party Town, right? We are going to Party Town. So we want this steps type equals Party Town. Let's go to our scripts and let's see. I mean, let's see if this does anything. Just script. Throw that on there. And I think we've got one more. There it is. Okay. Lots of scripts. Okay, this informs the browser not to process the script. By giving the script type attribute which the browser does not recognize, the embedded content is treated as a data block and won't be processed by the browser. Very interesting. So by adding this type text equals party town, did I copy that incorrect? I did. Okay. I am missing closing double quote. So by telling the browser, hey, this is type of text slash party town, it's going to say, okay, cool, we're just going to ignore this and whatever, move on. Oh, Ragnar, you want to take it to Imperial versus standard units. Okay, well, I'm just going to tell you that there are two types of countries in this world. Those that use the standard... No, sorry. Those that use the metric system, and those that have been to the moon. So, you know, little, you know, translate that one to your Celsius or whatever. Yeah. Yeah, we don't actually use the AC very... You know, the funny thing is we don't use AC almost ever. On the hottest days of the years, we'll like turn it up to something like 80 degrees, which, I don't know, is 30... I don't know. You can figure it out. You have a high-speed train. Well, we have high-speed rocket ships. Yeah, no, the train actually hurts. Pretty bad. What country are you in anyway? Okay, next step is the type is party ground or party town. Cool, we've got that. What's the next thing I need to do? Integration, HTML. Cool. Okay. Overview, configure party town. Okay. France. Ooh, vive la France! I love France. Not tied to one specific framework or build tool. I'm going to start imagining all of the messages that you sent in a very lovely, whimsical little accent. Okay, one option to load the snippet is from that. Cool. Configure. Okay, inline party town snippet. Great. Below is an the configuration should be added to the window using PartyTown global object. Below is an HTML element of setting up the forwarding for Google Tag Manager. Note that the config is before the inlined PartyTown script. Okay, I guess we take this and we go up here. You're not wearing a beret or eating bread at the moment? Well, shame on you for not holding up to your country's stereotypes. I noticed you didn't say anything about smoking, so let's just assume you've got like 4 cigarettes, one in between each finger pair. I'm very eloquent with my words, by the way. And yeah, no, that's a shame. I could go get some bread right now if you want to watch me eat bread. Just saying. Oh, and by the way, this is a thing that we do on this channel. You know, feel free to dish it back. I'm just giving you a hard time. You actually seem like a really lovely person despite being from France. See what I did there? Yeah. Anyway, let's get this integration set up. So we throw that in the head according to them. We do some configuration object. It really kills me that I have to do all of this in just like an HTML string, but until I get something better, that's what we are going to be doing. Okay. You're talking about you're talking about bread, not... Oh, yes, fair point. My partner is actually from Italy, so we do get some pretty good bread because we make it at home. But you're totally right that a lot of the stuff we have here is almost a pastry with how much sugar is in it. So add the party panel for each of and copy the library files. So here we go. How the files are copied or served from your site is up to each site's setup. Great. This is where they take you almost all the way and then they leave you on an island by yourself to figure out your own boat. Copy task has been provided for convenience, which helps copy the Partytown library files to the public directory. Okay, I guess that gets us to the next thing. I kind of wish at the bottom of the page they would have a, like, what's the next thing? Even though, you know, because here it doesn't tell me what page I'm on. And if it isn't obvious by how easily distracted I am, I don't have the greatest attention span. So let's see. We want the copy API. I guess I'm gonna have to use this copy task. Partytown NPM package provides a lib file that you need served from your files. Okay, now fly. ER. You may have too many stars in there. I don't know what you're trying to say. I got blinders on for haters. So I want to see, let's CD into node modules. Let's CD into party builder. No. Is it at builder? It is. CD at builder.io. CD into Partytown. I feel like this is a little bit small. Let's do properties. Let's bump this up to 36, baby. Okay, cool. And then we want to ls. There should be a lib. Yep, cd lib ls. So we have the Partytown file here. And they are going to give me a command that I can copy. But yeah, there's one too many stars. Yeah. You know, I may be, you may have, whatever. I don't know. I don't even have anything to say to that. At least I don't put too many stars in my insults. We have Partytown Atomic, Partytown Media, Partytown SW, and Partytown JS. So Partytown JS. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and leave that up to the copy command. Okay, cool. No, don't start Devin yet. So let's see. Serve cannot be hosted. Okay. Since Partytown is using a service worker, these files must be served from the same origin as your site. Good to know. Each site is different, and how the Partytown lib files are hosted depends on individual setup. The Partytown directory should serve static files found within builder.io/partytown/lib. The quickest way is to copy the lib directory into a public Partytown directory within your static server. Okay. Another option would be to set up a copy task. Okay, you can also use the libconfig copy task. Okay. I mean, let's just try this, right? We can do let's close that. npx run the Partytown command into a folder. Partytown lib copied to, great. That should have worked. We have a folder. We have the Partytown files. Okay, we have everything. Great. So next, I need to serve static files from the public folder. So I need to set up node serve static files. Serving static resources in node. I don't want to use Express. How to serve static files in Node.js. Great. This is more like it. FS read file. Cool. This example takes a request. Okay, maybe we'll do this. I don't know. Okay, let's copy this. Here's an example of a script that will serve the files in the current directory. Cool. So we need something similar. We have our server already set up right here. We need the file system. We don't need HTTP module because we have that already. I'm going to come up here. We're going to import star as fs from node fs. Great. In fact, I'm going to do it from fs promises because I want to work with promises. Let's go down here. Our server should be broken now because I hit save on something that shouldn't have been there. HTTP create server. Cool. This is going to go inside of the request listener. So we've got this part taken care of. Oops. Burp. There's our host. Our server here. There's our request listener. It's going to do some stuff. I'm going to put in the file system reader. What's it complaining about? No overload matches this call. Okay, dir name. Dir name is going to be undefined. Okay, we've got... I don't think I'm doing this right. I don't think I'm doing this right. So let me see one more thing. How do I serve files from a subdirectory? Serve static files from subdirectory. And I want to get rid of Express because we're just doing this on Node. Not Express, please. How to serve static files in Node, creating static file server in Node. Okay, let's try this. And I really want this to be like any file that's served at this route should be served from this folder. I mean, serve handler, okay. Create server. Do I have to create a separate server for that folder? Is my question? That doesn't make sense. No, because they would be using the same port. Simple modularity. Okay. Sometimes we don't necessarily need to serve files from the same directory as our node server. Okay. See, this is where see, oh gosh, I'm gonna have to make some. I'm basically gonna have to recreate Express. So instead of doing that, what do I want to do? I think it's kind of pointless to be like, oh, this is how to improve performance on Node. We're using like a very vanilla Node.js server because that's probably not how we're mostly going to be working. So I think I'm going to do some benchmarking in Node to get, I'm going to stop what I'm doing really quick. We're going to keep, let's see, file system. We'll keep that. We'll do the Partytown stuff another time because in order to have Partytown script loading, they have to be loaded on the client side, and this is just too much of a weak-ass client side implementation. So what I'm going to do is move over to working on the Node side of the performance stuff, and we're going to see, one, how fast just the Node server actually is on its own, to generate the same HTML, and do some timing. We'll still have these performance metrics loading so that we can see how we can make this work. There's actually another, do I have, I don't know if I'm duplicating myself, but really quick, multiple CPU child processes, whatever. Child processes. Just got to remember all the things I want to do. If it's even possible to do for a web server. Yes, so I do want to, yeah, basically recreating Express. Last time you did, okay. Yeah, so I want this to be as much from scratch as makes sense, but I also think that some things are just not going to be realistic. You know, we can go too far into the bottoms up approach. So, oh gosh, I'm getting sweaty. Shouldn't have worn a light shirt. My mistake. So what I want to do is get some benchmarks of like just what the node process alone can do to handle like a server, and then see what we're going to do when we add Express, see what we're going to do when we add Fastify, because I like Fastify better than Express. I think it is faster. And then we can do things like move on to Bun, see how that's going to change things. And once we have those servers set up, then we can have a more robust front end and start seeing, okay, in theory, all of the server optimization stuff will apply regardless whether we use Node, Fastify, Express, Bun, right? And those will be limited to the barrier at which point we're only living in the backend. Any front-end optimization is going to apply the same across whatever the backend looks like. So we'll keep those front-end optimizations for another time once I have more of a foundation that I can build a front-end on top of. So let's do the backend stuff. Let's get rid of this, get rid of that. Node server, tempmail, cool. I think we've got all that. At least we have the foundation for what our website will kind of look like. This is not going to change so much. The party town stuff. The party town stuff does need to change. Can I like backtick? Yeah, cool. Awesome. Unexpected token. Does that work? There we go. Yeah, it's not beautiful, but it works. Nah, I don't like that. There you go. Not pretty, but it works. Welcome to my stream. Okay. Also really bothers me that these are on. There you go. Cool. So where was I going? We're gonna get the benchmarking here. Let's actually also do some load testing. See if we can do that while we're still on a node server. So I have a bookmarks load testing. And I have a bunch of load testing tools bookmarked. Loader.io. Free load testing service allows you to stress test your web apps. That's great, except that's not going to work on my web app because my web app is not public. I could spin up like an ngrok that would make it public, but we'll see. Like a, what's it called? Tunneling? SSH tunneling? No, I need something that is going to run locally. So let's go npm. I think that there's like Gatlin load testing tool. Load test. Gatlin JS? No, Gatlin load testing tool. Yeah, Gatlin IO. Now available in Java. Sweet. Great. How do I test this? I swear I've used something before. Gatling. Spelled that wrong. Okay, these are all the things I have bookmarked. Anyone else know something that's just like a command line load test thing? Load testing CLI. NPM. Main load test. It's right there in the name. I guess we can try this. I mean, yeah, like whatever. Let's try this, right? Let's do npm run dev. Or no. We're gonna run that. We're gonna run that in. No, yeah, we'll run it here. npm run dev, and then inside of my terminal here, I'm going to npx load test http:// localhost port 8000. Yes. Okay, that gives me a lot of, well, it's giving me something, right? Whoa, okay, it's made that many requests. Okay, cool. This is working pretty good. I guess I always could have just like maybe pinged it, but okay, let's check out what this is. Usage dues. Set the set of basic Apache concurrency 10, request per second 200. Don't. N, number of requests to send out, concurrency, your number of clients, parameter control how many requests, time limit, keep alive, cookie header, content, post body, patch, method, post, data, cool. Pretty cool thing. So this will be good enough. So I want to now, what is the default for? Cool, we can stop that. We can see requests per second were somewhere around like, I got as low as 50. Let's see. I wish it could generate a report for me. Might test something else. Load test artillery. It's got a good name. Hammer time. Lodestone. Nice. I mean, there's got to be something that's like, how do you load test node server? Artillery.io. I think that is the one that I've seen before. Artillery run API test. All right, we're gonna try this one. What you'll learn, system requirements, installing. I probably don't need to do that. It's going to look for a file, maybe? Artillery dyno. Let's run some tests. Cool, I just want artillery CLI, please. Artillery run, and it needs a YAML file. And this is what the YAML file looks like. Okay. maybe we'll come back to that. Okay, anyway, so we can see, I mean, ideally I would have a report, but for like preliminary tests, that was the biggest success of the day. Preliminary tests are suggesting, you know, the requests per second are somewhere around 70, let's say. Latency is somewhere around, let's see, with a low of 9.2, yeah, low of 9.2, a high of 19.9 milliseconds. So somewhere around like 12 milliseconds, I'd say, 12, 13. Cool, let's see how that is affected by using Express. npm install, is that right? No, that's definitely not right. Express. I think that's it. I want to see these other ones though. Can I do this without a YAML file? Doesn't look like it. Cool. Hammer time. Okay, this looks the same. Generator. I never like to use anything that has such few weekly downloads. Sorry, that's a 0. Good name, not a good project. Okay. I think I'm happy with that load test runner thing. So we'll stick to that, even though it doesn't do any sort of reporting. At least not that I know of. npm.js/load test. Let me see. Report requests, recover from errors, max requests. Nope, doesn't look like it generates any. That's okay. Okay, so right, we're not doing Party Town. We need to get Express server up and running. Express.js. Give me just a getting started guide, please. Let's start. My source, I'm going to create a new folder called Express. And I guess out of here, we'll close that. I'm going to, let's see, I'm going to create, I need, I don't know, HTML.js, which is going to contain the actual markup. This is actually going to be called get HTML. It's going to export default a function that's going to return all of that text function. What's this complaining about? Insert. Okay, that's fine. This is going to be get HTML. And let's see, we need to import get HTML from /get html.js. Looks good. I need all of these things here. This is going to come up here. This is going to take a config. I'm going to create a config.js file. Config.js is going to have these things. Now we're getting like, we went from super basic to super complex. We're gonna export default. Don't need this const. Export default this. Cool, looks good. That's done. We're gonna import the, from there, we're going to call get HTML with that config. We don't need any of this. Where'd this come from? The home variable is not here. Oh, child process. Do I need that child process? I don't know, let's see. So that should simplify this page. The reason why I'm doing this is because hold on a sec. Ah, right. Got rid of all of my variables that I actually need. Burp, these are going to be pulled in over here. Cool. Config should be used. It's complaining because it has an implicit type of any. This should have a parameter called config. Don't need returns. Don't need that. It should have. It should actually be type of import dot slash config dot. I think it should just be that. Century does not exist on type of import dot default. No. I think it needs to be type of. Is that right? I don't know, I'm getting this wrong. Whatever. Something like that. Okay, so where are we? npm run dev. I've been ignoring the chat. That's where we are. What do we got? Did anyone say anything lately? We've got. Nope, no one's talking to me. That's all right. Whatever. Just too captivating with my cute cat ear headphones. Okay, right. What I'm doing right now is basically creating a node server that can then implement either a Fastify server or an Express server or whatever, and making everything a little bit more portable or reusable. So if we do that, cool. We have this child process thing that is actually not being used. I do want to come back to the child processes later. Convert bytes, right? We need a utils.js, which is kind of dumb. I'm I'm missing bobbly eyes, like those weird glasses that have the like blah 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 blah. I don't know if I want those. That would make it kind of hard to see. Cool. This function is going to come out of here, and now our code looks pretty decent, I'd say. Cool. Config. Primitive type. See, that's weird. There's something wrong there. I know what's wrong there. Let's see. What am I doing? Utils. That's right. We're going to export. This named function, convert to bytes, close that. In get HTML, we're going to import convert. We're importing from /utils. .js. Why is it not working? Import convert bytes. There we go. I think with that, everything should actually be working. It doesn't look like it is. Server's running. Nope, CP is not defined. Duh. Where's CP? There you go. You're missing the bot. Just set. No, that's nope. It's not what I want to do. I can fix this. This is, yeah, I can fix this. We can do. Give me a second. Austin, type now. Type script. There we go. Export default. Component. Importing. Okay. Didn't cover how to import default values. So there's let me see one thing. JS doc import default value. Okay, I think I need to do it that way. We're gonna say export default config, and then const config equals that, which means this is going to have a type on it now, and we should be able to get HTML is going to be config. Yeah, get HTML over here. Should have export default. Type of config. Okay, I'm still not getting that quite right. Give me 1 second. I'm stubborn about this. Yeah, I don't want to do just object. There's a way to get the so it'll always keep up to date with that config object, so that like a named export would work. But there is a way to do this. Type def config. That's still not quite right. That shouldn't do it. Alright. Side quest. Gotta figure this out. It's gonna bother me. JS doc import default export. Export. How to do export default document modules. This might be it. Do I have to say the T module my shirt? Do I have to say module like this? Like config? Module? I don't know. Config. Right? Nah. Export default. No. New set of values, basic object. This is not going to be module type. Okay, but that's all doing named exports as well. I can do, you know what? Okay, JSDoc's clear and to the point. Yeah. So I do love JSDoc when I can do it, but every once in a while I get something like this and I'm just like, I don't know. I don't know how to do it, and that's okay. But I think I did get your point where I can do, instead of something like this, I can do, what is it? Something like that, right? Which then it works. So, you know, whatever. That was kind of weird. I'm sure that there's a way to do it. I'm just not smart enough, but that works. So now anytime that we add something there, we know that it's going to be either true or false or whatever. So this should be type of that, which means when we actually execute it over here, now we don't get that error because it's type of config. That's fine. Cool. Even though it's not really doing the same thing. It's a bit sad that JSDoc kind of fallen in disuse. Yeah, you know, I've actually heard it's getting a resurgence because people like myself that really love having that type safety that TypeScript provides, but don't like using build tools like TypeScript. It's been great. So I have it, you know, TypeScript is running inside of my project, but I'm not actually using TypeScript. So great, that's working. That is a perfect example of TypeScript and how it can be such a waste of time on things that don't actually even matter. Let's go. We're talking about performance and how much wasted time I've taken. So let's get back to this Express thing, right? Cool. Here's our app. We should be able to say Express. We're going to say app.js is going to be something like this. Equals require express. I think, am I doing module? Type of module. That might come back and bite me in the butt, but for now we're going to stick to it. So import express from express. Hopefully that works. App equals express. We need to get our HTML. So we're going to import get HTML from / get from / get HTML. Thank you. And then export default is app. So we're gonna send get HTML. Going to send the response of get HTML. We're going to pass in config. We're also going to import everything as config from / config.js. Cool. Almost makes sense to put the config stuff just right in get HTML, but I kind of want to keep that separate just in case. Yeah, type interfaces are a mess in JSDoc. Yeah, I haven't had too much trouble with it. It doesn't bother me all that much. But I mean that's a valid complaint from some people. So now what I want to do is create some sort of, in my config, I want to say export const server is going to equal node, and this can either be node or express or express or fastify. Fastify. Cool. Server is node. You'll now go by the name of yeah, some people. Yeah, that's what I like to think sometimes when I'm like, yeah, some people prefer JS stock over TypeScript. And I'm like, I am some people. I'm referring to myself in third person as a plural of people. Anyway, index.js, we have our config file here, and we are going to decide, let's see, get HTML, here's Express. I think we also need like a node server, right? So let's do, let's add another file called node/app.js. I'm going to call this index actually, so we can say index.js, and cool, that should be fine. We're going to call you index.js. Cool, and inside of this source folder, I have my request listener. Okay, this should be my actual Node app now. Const app is going to equal that. Export default app. I mean, export default. Just do this. Export default function. Burp. There you go. There you go. Get rid of that. Get HTML and config. These are going to come from ... Cool. This file system reader, whatever, we'll get rid of that. And we'll get rid of that. Cool. Basic node server. Awesome. Function execute. I don't think we're actually going to use that, so we'll clean that up. We're no longer using this get HTML. Now, we're going to say let app and then switch config dot server. And we're going to say in the case of, is he going to tell me? Nice. In the case of Express, then app is going to equal Express app. And I need to import all those things now. We got config, we need to import Express app from /express. We're going to need to import the Node app from Express. Cool. Break. Case. No, just default. Default is going to be app equals Node app. Request listener, that's an Express app. Cool, switch. What do we got here? App equals that, and then we have to actually use the app, create the server with the app. There we go. Okay. Now we should be able to easily switch between like which service we want to run by modifying the configuration option here. Let's see if this actually runs. Directory import, which Node is not supported. Resolving ES module imported. Unsupported directory import. Okay, really? All right, that's fine. Express, cannot find declaration file for Express. No, that's not it. That's fine. Okay. I'll deal with that later. This is going to be import node : HTTP dot request listener. Cool. That's fine. I think that is done. I think that we're going to come back to. And then this apparently doesn't like to import directories. Okay, cool. It's running at port 8000. Let's see if we didn't bork it. How about that? I feel pretty good about all that change that we did, and it's still working, right? Maybe not so impressive, but you know, my bar is really low. Okay, so we've got Node, we've got Express. I want to change my configuration to now run Express. This should all make it easy for us to like fine-tune what we want to turn on and off. So let's get an Express app running. Where's our basic hello world? That's our hello world. Let's go to Express and request response. We're not using those explicitly as type of any. This should be and for benchmarking too. Yeah, exactly. So that way I can like run the benchmarks, flip a config, run the benchmarks again, and see how it works. So let's see if, let's just see if this works before I go any further, right? I've hit save. It maybe is running the same. Let's just say, or you know, console log app running in Express. Reload. We've got app running in Express. Cool. Cool. So I want this now. Why do we have? Could not find type the declaration file. Ugh. I know this is really annoying, but definitely typed Express. Types Express. Cool. Let me get that. npm id at types/express. And I think that's all I need to do, right? Pretty sure. Yeah, so I think this may need to be star as Express. Yep. Cool. Now get rid of npm run dev. Nope, Express is not a function. Express dot Express. What? Module can only be imported. This module is declared using export equals and can only be used with a default import when using ES module interop. Import default as Express. No? Because it seems to me like it works. Whatever, I'll do this as Express from Express, and then app should be express dot something, right? Express dot like app, express dot router maybe? I think it might be router. Express dot router. I think that should work. It doesn't work. Express.default. Oh, that is a good thought. It's not gonna work. Oh no, maybe it will work. No, see, that's just weird. I don't know why it works, but whatever. I'm just gonna like, maybe I'll even just TS ignore it. I'm feeling a little saucy, you know? Anyway, doesn't matter. Cool. So, expect error. What is that? I've never seen that. Whoa! Imagine that we're writing. So it flags an error when there's. Oh, okay. That's pretty cool. Okay, that's cool. I like it. Okay, so this needs to be like stupid, but also can't not do it. Import from, or maybe this is like, can I do express dot something? No. Import express dot, what is it, handler? No. Application? There you go. It's an express application. And now we know that this is a request object, this is a response object, perfect. That's how you make TypeScript gods happy. Trading away my soul and my youth to the TypeScript gods. Express dollar, nice try via. Yeah, VS Code deserves it. You know, it's gonna get a little star. It's got stars off the chart on my little flag, my little whatever imaginary thing up there. Y'all don't even know what I'm talking about. Cool. So we've got a Node server, we got an Express server. They're both returning the same thing. I'm going to do the same with Fastify. And I think for now, that should be good, right? That should be good. I mean, jQuery is pretty great. Not going to lie. Let's go quick start. Fastify is awesome, by the way. For those of you that haven't, like, look at this. They have their own benchmarks. Fastify, so fast. Faster than HTTP.server, apparently. So I don't even know why I'm doing these things. So let's see. Quick start. npm install. Express is not a function. Okay, there we go. Fastify. ESM, cool. This is what we're gonna have. Common.js. We're gonna do this. Now the only question I have here is whether the yeah, I will call some bullshit out if there is any. So let's see. We're gonna go fastify /index.js. Going to do all this stuff. The logger I actually don't want. Don't need the common.js example. Hey, don't need the common.js example. Okay. So I want to see if I can do this. Export default app. We're going to call Fastify and Fastify app. Cool. Is this type check? This is, which is not already nicer than Express, in my opinion. Then we're going to go to config and set this to Fastify. And we're going to go to our source folder and say, cool, same thing here, Express, Fastify, and we're going to do the same thing here, Express, Fastify. That might not like that that's a Fastify instance. So let's see, npm run dev. I expect, okay, server's up and running. Let's see what we get. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's gonna work. Okay, that's fine. Little change of plans, little change of structure here. We are going to change the host and the port. Go to our config, server, Fastify, tag manager. Basically do the same thing here. Export const. Cool. Host, export const. And you, uppercase. Okay, we're going to import the config here and basically choose one of these and start it somehow. So let's take this server. Let's go to the node version. Let's do something like this. Server equals create server and HTTP. Need to pull that out of there. So this is now going to be a purely node server, and we're going to go purely node, purely express, purely Fastify. Probably a better way to do it anyway. We are going to get the config. We're going to say the host is config.host. The port is going to be config.port. This is going to be the app. No, that's it. That's it. Function. We're gonna say app. Sure. App. Cannot find name app. There it is. And then we need export default main. Export default function main. Import it. Yeah, this is going to be fine. It's just going to be something that does this. Server. Yeah, it starts the server. I don't know. Maybe something like this, right? Something like that. Cool. So that's node handled. Fastify.js. Export default is going to be a function called main. What's going on here? Function main. There you go. And we start the server. app.listen. We need to, sure, we need to import star as config from /config.js, and we'll change the port to config.port. Cool. Go to the node one, and I think I'm just gonna take this, cut this out, get rid of this callback, close that. Don't need to call it there. Should be able to hit save. I don't think I need to do that either, so we'll just call that. And then, yes, index.js is going to handle some of this stuff. So we're going to say we don't need this. I'm going to say node app, express app, fastify app is going to reassign those. That's now going to be a function. We don't need to call this app. I'm going to rename it to main, and we're just going to execute it. I hope I got that right. Hope I got that right. You're abandoning me here. It's okay. Hey, sounds good. I'm really glad that you came by and hung out. 11:30 though. That sounds off. Sounds like off by half an hour. Must be in some weird sort of time zone or something. Enjoy your bread and your beret, and hopefully, yeah, I'm glad that you followed. I really appreciate it, and I'll catch you. I'm doing once a week streams now, so but they're going to be long, like 4-hour streams. So hopefully by next week you'll be around and we can make some progress. Cool. Catch you later, Ragnar. Hopefully, yeah, good luck with the Vue TypeScripty stuff too. It's a pain to deal with, very long build times. Okay, let's see if I didn't break everything. App starting, cool. That should have ran, and I was supposed to put, yeah, something like that. Yeah, maybe next week. All right, sounds good. Cool, server is running there. Let's see, reload, I think. Cool, we have Hello World. That's our Fastify server. Great. Now, now we're going to go to config. We're going to change that to node and see what happens. We get servers running. We reload, and we've got the HTML. So node and Fastify work. Fastify needs to serve HTML. Response.send. Let's do this. Import get HTML from .. get HTML. And I want to pass that in with the config object. And I want to go back to config, go back to Fastify, reload. Okay, Fastify. How do I send HTML? Do I have to set the headers? Fastify, send HTML, please. Okay, cool. Easy enough. Fastify, reply.type. Equals HTML. Awesome. We got our HTML for Fastify. We got our HTML for Node. We need to rebuild our server for Express. And this should be export default. a function main which says app.listen to config.port. I think that's it. So now we've got Fastify working, we've got Node working. We need to set config to Express. Reload that. Cool. Awesome. Node. I should probably say get HTML. That should probably be like. Okay, this should probably be not config. It should be, let's see. Pluck? Pick? What is it? Pick. Okay, I need to figure out how to do this. Essentially, I need to do a title, so config.title. So we're gonna say body is that, got the tag manager, and then we're gonna do h1 is going to be config.server. Well, I guess I want to do config dot title. Sure. Title question mark. Then we'll do a string with h1, and then the config.title /h1. Otherwise, nothing, and that's fine. Cool. So now we can do a title. Config title actually shouldn't be defined, but yeah, that's because I changed some TypeScript stuff. TypeScript pick or pluck pick. Pick type and then keys. Okay. So I want pick requires 2 arguments. Cool. And the keys, I shouldn't have closed that. TypeScript pick. Is a union. Okay, cool. And I need config.sentry comma cdnjs tag manager, and we'll do that and combine it with an object that can have a title, which is a string. Cool. All this to say that config.js is going to have all those things plus a title. So it'll have tag manager, which is a Boolean, and then the title is going to be a string. Awesome. So now when we type in, when we go to the Express server, we can do, that's right. Oh, I messed that up a little bit. That should be get HTML. Title is optional. Close get HTML, go to my Node server, and we're going to say get HTML is going to be config, comma, title is node server. What are you complaining about? Unexpected token? That can't be right. Okay, Fastify server, get HTML. Unexpected token. That doesn't seem right. We're going to say Fastify. And then Express, we're going to say config. It's going to take Express server. Reload the page? Yeah, it's working fine. Okay, now that I've changed that, I don't know why that's complaining. But what are we going to do next? We've got our Express server showing up the stuff. I need to get the stats. So I want to also show how long the response time is. Invokes custom response time getter to calculate the amount of time passed since the request was started. Let's try to call on response hook. It will always return 0. Okay. Node calculate response time. Okay, interesting. Measuring response time. Is that the same person's blog? No. Measuring response time of express route handlers. Interesting. I like this. So let me see, node process HR time, HR time. It looks like that's the one that I'm looking for. Okay, HR or process HR time. This is a legacy version of this. Before Begin was introduced in JavaScript. Okay, let's go there. Method returning the current high resolution real time in nanoseconds as a big int. Does not support an additional time argument since the difference can just be computed directly by subtracting one of the two big ints. Okay. Let's check this out. In my server, yeah? We're going to try this. I don't think we need this thing anymore. I don't think we need that, or the OS, or the HTTP. We're going to say that is the start time. End equals that. Okay. I think I'm going to try this. Let's see what we get. Ah, this is not actually going to work. because that's going to be how long it took for the application to start. But if I reload like 5 times, it should not actually, yeah, we're only going to get that one. So what we want is something that actually is going to calculate the response time on request. So here's what we're going to do. Oh no, I lost it. That's okay. We're going to get into our get HTML. I'm actually going to change this to like, I kind of want to change this to get stats, but I don't know. We'll start with get HTML. Start time is going to be a number. Cool. And when we take that start time, we have operating system, we have the node process. We're also going to import the HR time from there. And I'm going to come down here somewhere. Add another timetable. Let's go here. Let's see, end time. Something like this. Response time in nanoseconds, sure, why not? We're going to say end minus start. Now it's not technically the end because this is once the HTML is being generated. I'll work with what I got. Okay, in Node, we need to do the same thing. Let's see, get HTML, we need to import that from here. Let's see, it needs to happen on request, right? So in Node, we're gonna say, yep. When HTTP comes in, at the very first thing we're going to do is create a start time const request start. I don't know. Request start is going to equal that. Dot big int. Title is that. Start time is going to equal request start. Number or a big int. Cool. Sure. Why not? Cannot find big int. There you go. Okay. Now we need to do the same thing over here. Something like that. Copy that from node over here. Copy that over here. And we'll take node. We'll copy that over here. And actually, up one. And over there. And lastly, get this start time and get this express thing. Cool. Let's see how that worked. End is not defined. Duh. Config dot start time, and the end is going to be that. Do we have that defined though? Yeah, we should. Yep. Okay, what are you complaining about? Operator minus cannot be applied to types big int and number, or big int. All right, whatever. We'll just say it doesn't really matter. It has to be a big int, sure. There, you happy? Is possibly undefined. Okay. All right, fine. We'll do bup 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 bup. There you go. Figure it out. Okay, cool. Great. Let's reload that, and we see. All right, it took response time was that many nanoseconds. Nanoseconds not particularly helpful for me. So let's see. Divide by 1,000, and we get milliseconds, right? JS can convert milliseconds to seconds. Convert. I mean, I know I divide by. All right, let's just do it this way. We're gonna go. Shoot, close that. Close that. That. We're gonna do that divided by 1,000, and then we'll just do milliseconds. Nano milliseconds. Nope, I got something wrong. That divided by 1,000, and that should be milli? I hope. Oh, come on. There you go. Happy? Took that many milliseconds, and we can go ahead and pass that in there, and we'll say math.floor. Cool. That works for me. Okay, was it 870 milliseconds? What is like 10 nanoseconds to milliseconds? Milliseconds? Okay, wait, hold on. 1 is 1,000,000 nanoseconds. Okay, yeah, I'm not dividing by quite enough. Yeah, 2 milliseconds, 0 milliseconds. I don't know if that's quite right. Let's go milliseconds, nanoseconds. It is. So I have to divide by 1,000,000. That's crazy. That seems maybe not quite right. Also, the math floor may not be quite enough now. How many milliseconds? 2 milliseconds. Is that right? 7 milliseconds. A fraction of a millisecond. Now these aren't going to align because one of them is calculating the amount of time it takes to run the process for the request. The other is calculating that in addition to any latency from the actual network. So that is going to be the response time I get. I guess I'm going to call that something different than response time. That's going to be like request processing time. Okay, so that's express. Let's see. Okay, time spent processing about a millisecond. Let's go to the config and see what happens if we change that to fastify. So that actually changes anything. Nope, pretty much around the same thing. And if we change that to node, pretty much around the same thing. Not any very meaningful metrics. Awesome. So, anyway, what I've got here now, at least I have a foundation that I can do some benchmarking on. So let's see what we can do with our load test. Well, I don't know what changed, but this is already way faster than what we were doing before. I think we were at like 20 millis, or a range of like, it was like 9 on the low end and 20 on the high end milliseconds. So that's cool, already made it better, awesome. Great, let's see what Express looks like. See if it's really any different. Closer to 3 milliseconds. Boo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Boo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Boo-doo-doo. Boo-doo-doo. Boo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Boo-doo-doo-doo. Okay, what about Fastify? Cool, so one thing I want to see while that runs is npm Fastify. Let's see. I actually want to see if their source code includes the benchmarks. Benchmarks. Method autocannon. Oh, okay. Let's see. Fast HTTP benchmarking tool written in Node.js. Cool. Okay, let's, oh, this is actually what I wanted. Okay, cool. Let's do this. Cool. Let's, same command, autocannon, localhost 8000. Yes. Let's go, baby! Cool. This is exactly what I wanted. So we get, okay, requests per second, cool. Whatever, bytes per second. Average. Okay, let's fastify. Let's go with Express. Oops. Hit save. Let's run the same test. Okay. It is definitely slower than Fastify's example. And then requests per second. This definitely handles more requests per second. Okay, let's try Node. And let's do the same test. 8,000 requests in 10 seconds. This handled 13,000 requests in 10 seconds. And this handled 11,000 requests in 10 seconds. Interesting. Okay. Let's do... Let's see what we can do with this sucker. Fastify benchmarks. Start install global Fastify benchmarks. Usage benchmark. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, so where's autocannon? Autocannon. Okay, so let's see. npm autocannon. That's what I want. Autocannon. If you want to use the API as a dependency, nope. Okay, so we have available options. Number of concurrent connections to use, number of pipeline requests, duration, amount of requests to make before exiting the benchmark. Way. Okay, mess that up. If set, duration is ignored. Number of requests to make. Socket path, workers. Number of worker threads to use to fire the requests. Warm up. Gosh, this is a cool tool. Okay, so what I really want to do is change, give it some more load, number of concurrent connections to be like 100. Oh, yeah, I did that right. 100 connections. Uh, 18,000 requests. Okay. Ooh, really starting to see the average 60 milliseconds. Okay, let's do 1,000 requests, connections. Cool, 12,000 requests in 10 seconds. Much slower load time, much slower average. So let's try Express and see how we get with the 100. And that compared to, whoa, Express is so much slower than Node. 60 millisecond average, and with Express, 174 millisecond average. Cool. Let's take a look at Nightmare Case. 1,000 concurrent connections. Two seconds to respond. Average is 1.6 seconds. That's not great. Okay, let's try. Last one is Fastify. We can see 100 connections. Slower than the node process, I believe, which was this one, average of 60 milliseconds, and this one is average of 99 milliseconds. But let's see, with 1,000 concurrent connections, is Node faster or is Fastify faster? Next thing I want to look at is, I think one of the other cool things that we can do is do node child processes. How to launch child process in Node. Node.js scaling applications. That may be it. Let's see. Okay, results of that test. 2 second max, 1.1 second average, and in the Node version, I think that was here, 1,000, about 2 seconds, under 1 second average. So I'd say that the Node process is actually going to be the fastest, although not the best to actually write applications in. But Fastify is definitely way faster than Express. So now let's see what we can do to make it faster. How to spawn, execute, exit file, and fork. Spawn. Node.js runs single thread mode, but it uses event-driven paradigm to do provides child process. Example, let's create two master, 4JS and master.js. Okay, child process module that provides the ability to spawn child process. Require the module and get the spawn function. Okay. And you can call spawn passing two parameters. For parameter is the command to run. The second parameter is an array containing a list of options. Okay. Let's do node server multi-threading. See if we can make this even faster. Node single threaded, do something, flag true, more great articles from LogRocket. Okay, the need for threads form CPU intensive tasks. Okay, why we will never have multi-threading in JavaScript, a new solution, code splitting. I don't know if this is introducing Party Town. That's a completely different thing. Multi-threading. Okay, show me some code. Okay, crypto equals require that. Yes. Yes. Introducing node worker thread. Worker threads. This is not it. Node server multi-threading child process. Multiprocessor, here we go. This is what I want. Clusters, that's it. The problem, okay, require cluster, length, export before the fork if cluster is master, else to do I'm the worker, console log after the worker. Okay, this is what I want. Node clusters. High scaling necessary for the cluster using clusters. We're global, setting up the project, getting started with Koa, log module, job module, the problem, testing 10 concurrent requests without clustering, introducing clustering, CPUs, adding Koa. Where's the code? Show me the code, please. That's not helpful. Okay, gonna keep going. Yep, there's my app. Cluster equals require cluster. First, we add a new line at the very top of the file. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Proof is in the pudding. Bonus, coping with death. Nope. I wish something would just show me. Application might look like this. Code to run if we're in the master process. Code to run if we're in a worker process. Okay, I gotta keep going. How to create a node cluster for speeding up your apps. Here we go. This is it. This is it. Okay, cool. Let's try this. In index, we'll close this down. We've got this. I'm going to bring in the cluster. Number of CPUs. I need to read from the number of CPUs. Yep, number of CPUs is this. How to develop a high scalable express server. Okay, this is what I want then. Performance comparison. Cool. Let's see. Import cluster from cluster. Okay. Let's do node cluster. Do I have to import everything as? Probably. Okay, what about just cluster? Is master, it's deprecated. Use is primary, cool, is primary. Awesome. Import everything as OS from node OS. Actually, I don't want that. I want import CP. Whoa, what happened there? OS. Picked an emoji. CPUs. We're gonna get CPUs.length. Okay, cluster fork, cluster work process ID is online. Exit. Cool, that's fine. Otherwise, we do all this. That should be our clustered code now. Okay, so with the clustered version, let's see what we've got. Server is running online. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, one for each CPU. Now, if I go to my application, we got a Fastify server. It already feels a little bit faster, in fact. But I don't know. I think the load test will say for sure. So let's open that up and let's do another load test with 1,000 concurrent connections. Okay, Max was slow. I think that's probably because, well, average was way faster though. Let's try that one more time. I think we had probably, I think we need to do like a warm up period. So this time, ooh, Max was still okay. Average was much slower, or much faster, much lower than it was last time, and that was using Fastify. So let's try Node really quick. Node is going to, actually Node was slower on Max and the average was slightly slower. So I gave Fastify 2 tries. I'm going to give Node 2 tries. And we get faster average, I think a faster max as well. All right, so that's pretty cool. But across the board, what do you call this? Clustering. Clustering was faster. 0 downtime. Cluster module of your application. The main recommended use for cluster module is for web servers, because you need to study carefully how to distribute tasks between workers. Okay, cool. So let's do this, and let's do number 1 is faster web frameworks. Frameworks, Node, Express, Fastify. Okay, number 2, we did clusters. Where we have, yeah, basically clusters. Utilize all CPUs available. Okay, that's what we've done. Multiple CPUs, child processes, we've done that. We've done, yeah, I'm gonna split this into server side, uppercase, and then we're going to do something for client side. And we're going to go Optimus do new relic. New relic I want to do tracking, application performance monitoring, multiple CPUs. I already got that. JS client side perf reporting. We've got Linode long view. That's server side reporting. For loading script, HTTP priority hints, that's going to be on the client side. Client versus server perf we already are doing right now. Real user monitoring. Let's do manual synthetic tests. I'm basically doing that. Load testing. We've got, oops. Server side. Okay, I'm going to copy this. Oops. Copy this command. And close that. We're going to do benchmark, I guess. Or load test. Sure, that's fine. Probably need to start it and then run it, but that's fine, whatever. Load testing, cool. Cloud test product. I don't know what that is. Cache point product we have a license for. Caching. And we're going to do Redis CDN browser HTTP. Here we're going to get rid of browser and nope, we're going to keep HTTP. Okay, server monitoring and Linode, application performance, time series evaluate, New Relic, Dynatrace. Cool, that's how I'm going to keep things split up. So, yeah, I think this is doing all right. I think we're doing all right here. AutoCAN I don't need. This child process don't need. We got that already sorted. Measuring response times in Express. I think we kind of got that sorted, yeah. Okay. Okay, what is next? I think what I want to do is maybe check out, let's see, application performance monitor, oops, monito. Trace view. Where is New Relic on here? Datadog, okay, Datadog I could do. Datadog and New Relic I think I'm going to check out. And maybe Dynatrace. Those are all some that I recognize. Okay. Datadog, New Relic, Dynatrace. See which one of these has a free plan that looks good for our very basic tests. Man, continuous profile. No free plans? Start a free trial. Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes only for what you use. How to calculate pricing. Standard. One free full platform uses 100 gigabytes per month of data included. Only pay. Okay, I think this is going to be good. New relic. There's also, I feel like there's one more. All right, new relic should be good to just get us like very basic. All right, let's try with like a, see if we can get a temporary email thing going. So I'm not actually going to be using this for any final products. Like, nah. Hello? There it is. Okay, tell us how to want to store your data. United States, please. Alright, I think I am going to, I need to take a quick break, grab some water. I'm going to say, I'm going to do a very lame be right back screen. Yeah, sure, good enough. Okay, I will be right back. All right. We're back. Did you, Brent, did you love my little, be right back hack? Worked pretty well, right? Okay, let's see. Where are we going to go from here? I need to check some text messages. Ooh, my buddy just sent me an option for a free tent. I'll take a tent. Okay, let me see. Quick text message. You're just gonna watch me texting people for a minute. Okay, and let's see. Select my environment. We'll tailor the instructions based on what you select. We'll need remote access to your hosts. Okay. Auto discovery. Application monitoring. Yes. Node.js. Awesome. Okay. Cool. I mean, we can go camping this week if you want. You gotta come to me, though. I'm actually going camping this weekend, so I'm pretty excited. I'm gonna go try and snag a free tent. So, what am I doing? Package manager on a host with PM2. How do you want to install? Let's do this one. Okay, that's curl. I think... no! Begin installation. I think package manager is probably the way to go. Should be fine. Okay, this is my account. Great. Don't know if anyone needs to know that. Give my application a name. We called it... You should totally come to Portland. It's awesome. Although right now it is freaking hot. So we called this Twitchy Perf. Right? I guess that probably saved. And then I can copy to clipboard. We're going to stop this process. So pretty cool that I'm now using 8 CPUs. Okay, save new relic. And then download custom configuration file and put it in your Node.js application's root directory. Okay. Bring that over here. And let's copy that. Where is it going? Up here. Stats. There we go. And save. Okay, that's downloading. Add new relic to your application's main module. First time. Let's go to the first line of your app. Okay, copy. Sure. First line, there you go. We're going to actually import new relic. Hopefully that's supports modules. Start your application, connect with your logs and infrastructure. Copy this command into your host and enable the logs and metrics. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and copy this command into my terminal, paste it here. Hopefully that's okay. Let's see. Installing the New Relic CLI. My first time using New Relic. I've heard about it for a long time in the industry. Let's see how it is. Patiently waiting. Patiently waiting. Patiently waiting. Kind of ironic that it's a performance tool and it's taking this long. Nah, that's not fair to say. Probably does a really good job, so. I'll just get over here on the tweeter and get distracted. Alright. Alright. Oh my gosh. Avocado over surplus has farmers begging consumers to eat more to reduce waste. Come on, New Relic. What do we got? Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Gonna have to start dancing soon. Give the people what they want. Oh man, how great is it? Avocados are the best fruit? Is that right? Is avocado a fruit? I mean, it must be, right? It grows on a tree. It's got a seed. Yeah, it's a fruit. Just like any other fruit. Like a tomato. Come on, maybe this kind of feels like the sort of thing that shouldn't be on... Oh, shoot, okay. Infrastructure agent not supported. Unsupported. Awesome. Encountered an issue during installation. No receipts. No recipes. No recipes were installed. This problem persists. Visit the documentation support page. Okay. To complete... Okay, so let's go to 1NR. Owner. One NR. One New Relic. Got it. Yeah, you see what I did there. Okay. I mean, I don't know. I guess I'm going to use... okay. Maybe I'll do this Linux thing. Okay. Begin installation. I mean, this is kind of weird because I'm on Windows technically, but I'm using this what's it called? You know, the Linux subsystem for Windows. No, Windows subsystem for Linux. Okay, let's try that. Oh shoot, oh shoot, oh shoot. Let's maybe paste the link. Ah shoot, dang it. No. Okay, let's copy to clipboard. Oh, I messed up. I can still get it back. I can still get it back by going to this oneiner link. Cool. There it is. Saved it. Cool. Now, if I were to click Windows and I do begin installation, I don't see why I have to click the button. Should kind of just tell me that here, but okay, in Windows PowerShell, we're gonna copy that and try that. Let's see. Did that do anything? I don't know. Let's do the PowerShell. Properties, let's go real big. Okay. Whoa! Okay. Okay. I don't know what to do at this point. It's a fully qualified error. Command not found. Okay, so I don't know. You can copy that. I can paste it. I can hit enter, and that's about as far as I can go with this. Command not found. Exception. Do I have to download something? Maybe I should read. Copy and run this. Run as administrator. That's what you get when you don't read. Okay, let's go PowerShell. PowerShell. Nope, not power. Nope. Let's run as administrator. Cool, gonna see the prompt, gonna put in my stuff. It's gonna open up as administrator privileges. No, it's not. Yes, it is. Okay. I'm gonna paste that in there and run it. We're gonna get the same error. So, sorry, New Relic. You don't give me what I need. I can't give you what you need. Help me help you. I guess I could read. That's what it tells me it does. Run this command in your host. Well, I don't know. I don't know. I can go back to the, okay. Okay, I mean, didn't work in PowerShell, seems to be working in Linux okay. So let's try that. Detected additional monitoring to be configured by installing the following golden signal alerts. Installing, yes, installing golden signal alerts, done. Would you like to be notified on your registered email address when this alert triggers? No. Okay, cool. Infrastructure agent, unsupported. Golden signal alerts. It's on. Alright, well, I don't know. I guess I did it. What you'll need help. Begin installation. I did everything that I can. No, not that. Let's go back. Okay, Linux, discovery, install, begin installation. There's some comments about firewalls. Firewall set HTTPS proxy environment variable to the URL of your proxy. Well, I think I'm pretty much stuck there because my laptop is behind a corporate firewall, which might be blocking access to New Relic. So I think that is maybe as far as I'm going to be able to get today. Because I don't want to start something new because we got pretty far, kind of. And I don't know what to do next within the next like 15 minutes. So let's see. I think maybe what I'll do, I think what I'm going to have to do next is actually deploy. Yeah, I'm going to have to deploy this to an actual server so we can get some more real world metrics. So you know what? Forget it. Let's do it. Let's do that. Let me do something. Oh, look at that. Oh yeah, I don't need that. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to create, no. I'm going to create a .get ignore file, throw in the node modules folder, close that, close everything down. Do I want to save changes? Yes. Close everything down, public. Don't know if I need that yet. I'm going to leave it because who cares? It's going to be taking up space that's not on my computer. Oh, there you go. That's probably a license key that I shouldn't be sharing. Cool. Let's delete that. Let's delete that. That's definitely something that should not have been shared. And let's initialize get repository. Cool. We've got everything. Party town. Sure. Let's do server. Basic server setups. And then I'm going to publish this. The extension GitHub wants to sign in. I'm going to allow that. That's going to sign me in. I'm going to open the link. Open. I'm going to publish to Austin Gill / we're calling it Twitchy Perf. Twitchy Perf. Twitchy Perf. That's it. I'm a professional. Cool. Austin Gill Twitchy Perf repository is live. Don't need to do that. Let's go to Linode. I think I can do that. I wonder if I open a new window. If I go to Linode, am I going to be logged in? I guess log in. Cool. We are going to create a new Linode, and we're going to say what I like to use is Ubuntu. I'm going to select the region close to me. I'm going to use a shared CPU, tiny little thing. I'm going to call this Twitchy Perf. I'm going to call that, that's fine. Enter a password. I'm just going to blop, 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 a bunch of keys because I don't actually know what that is. Let's use the SSH key and create my Linode. Awesome. At the same time, I'm going to go to my DNS provider and I'm going to add the domain name. And at the same time, I'm going to go to austingill.com so I can see how to actually set up the caddy server thing, because that has been my favorite way of dealing with servers lately. So let's go add a record. We're gonna say Twitchy perf. Twitchy perf is such a terrible name. Cool, save that. Now, back to Linode, it's up and running. Should be able to SSH in. Let's go, let's do this. Connection refused. Come on, I know you're there. There you go. Yes, we trust it, and we're in. And next thing's next. Let's bring down this project. Don't need to worry about that. Cool. Let's go here. Provisioning VPS. Got it. Sudo apt update. Cool. And let's go here, copy all these. Copy that. Copy that. Copy that. And copy that. Awesome. With that done, if we go to twitchyperf.austingill.com, hopefully, fingers crossed, we got a caddy server up. How sweet is that? Man, that's so easy. It really is. Okay. Next thing is I need to have Git installed. So let's see. Perp git version. Got it. Node version. Don't have node installed. Let's apt. I don't want to apt install node. Do I? I mean, sure. Apt install node.js. Yep. Let's see, node version 12, npm version, great. Apt remove node.js. Yep, didn't like it. That was fast. Okay, I want to maybe use nvm. Let's go nvm. That'll do it. Clear that. Install nvm. Clear that. Exit. Get back in. And nvm install node. Cool. Node 18. Cool. Node version. npm version. Great. Then we need to git clone. No, what folder am I in? pwd. We are in root. I mean, I guess that's fine. Okay, let's do it. Git clone, let's see. GitHub Austin Gill. Repositories. Twitchy perf, there it is. Let's clone that, copy that. I think I need the HTTPS version. And we're going to git clone that into Twitchy perf. Username for GitHub is Austin Gill. Password for GitHub. Why does it matter? I'm just cloning a public thing. All right, was removed. Please see, did authentication failed? Okay. This is private. No wonder. Oh, I must have set it as private. Okay, let's change that from private to public. That was my problem. Change repository visibility. Make public. Yep. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Cool, that's public now. Great, now I can do the git clone that I've always wanted. There you go. cd twitchy perf npm install. And this would probably make more sense as a Docker container or whatever, but this is the easy way, the quick way. Cool. Do that. npm run dev should work. Cool. It kind of does. New relic app name. That's right. Close that. I accidentally added that new relic line, which should not be in there. Up here, should not be there. So, I'm going to try SSHing in. How do I do that? I need a package for remote containers, remote SSH, remote development. I think this is what I want. Extension pack. Yeah. Let's do that. Disable uninstall. Looks like I already have it. So, Remote Explorer. There we go. That's not what I want. I want to add a remote target. What? WSL targets? No, Remote Explorer. I want to add a new remote. Okay, fine, whatever, don't need you. Remote container, open folder, repository, Docker container. I just want this remote SSH, please. Okay, installing, uninstalled, installed, switch to pre-release version. Okay, cool. Remote SSH, add a new SSH up. There we go. So, with that, I should be able to copy that, go here, paste that, use this, host added. Cool, let's go. Okay, cool. We've got SSL. There we go. WSL targets, SSH targets. That's what I want. Can I open it, please? Okay, that's my target. I want Linux. Sure you want to continue? Yes. Root password. I smashed a bunch of characters, so I don't actually know it. All right, fine. I'll have to figure this out later. Let's close that. Whatever, SSH. Cool. In that case, let's go nano source index, and we will delete this line, save it, npm run dev. There we go. It's working. Oh, we only have one cluster and one CPU, so it's not actually going to be much faster for us. That's okay. So with that up and running, I wonder if I can go to this thing and go to port 8000. I cannot, but I should be able to go here and go there and port 8000. And I cannot. That's a shame. That's weird. All right, that's fine. That's fine. We've got the next step, which is going to be using PNPM, I think. Or no, PM2, not PNPM. PM2 documentation, PM2 plus. Okay, let's do this. PM2 node app. Should be able to run this, come on. Yeah, I think we can do this. I think we can do npm install globally PM2. And then we should be able to run something like start is, yeah, okay. We should be able to run PM2 start app. Oh, yo, what up, B Dougie? Dang, rating with 37 viewers? Thank you. What's up, everyone? You're catching me just at the end of the stream, where I'm just launching a Node application. Oh, thanks for the follow. Mario Cesar, XYZ. Yeah, I'm just about to get out of here, but wow. Yo, yeah, it's all good. How was the stream? What'd you guys cover? I was actually looking to come and raid you, so you know, who's raiding who? Hi, Battle Fame. Yeah, I'm just trying to get this. I've got, I mean, I guess to give you guys a little bit of background. Let's see. I've got a Twitchy perf. Yeah, let's hit that. Dang, it's looking pretty good. Bun is so hot right now. Got some hot cross buns. And if someone doesn't have an NPM package right now, let's see, npm.js. Hot cross buns. Someone get on it. It's going to be some bun dependency. It's a good one. First one's free. Voting issues, huh? On the open source. So, upvote. Oh, shoot. There you go, B-Dogs. You got all my personal info you may need. What we got? I think I'm gonna upvote that. I haven't used it. Haven't used it, but you know, whatever. That should get me in, right? Man, look at this. Now I am so... Yeah, you can't vote on hot repos yet. That's alright. Okay. I get so easily distracted. Authentication error. If you're the developer... I don't know what's up there. I can tell you that the console isn't very helpful either, so... I don't know. But, yeah, so I've got this project that I'm trying to work on. Do I have it running? Localhost 8000. I don't think it's running right now. But essentially what I'm trying to do is... yeah, sorry, dude. I just set up a caddy server, which is going to serve as a reverse proxy for a node server, where I'm basically going to walk through a bunch of performance optimization things. So the things that we've done so far are set up an initial node server, compared that to an Express server. We're doing some benchmarking or load testing with, let me see, let me get out of here, exit out of there. Let's see, npm run dev. We're doing some basic load testing with, oh shoot, did I, yeah, got an error, hold on. Index.js, you're not supposed to be in there right now, and you're not supposed to be in there. Cool. So let's run that one more time. So yeah, we did some basic performance stuff where we have an application that goes to localhost 8000 and just like runs some performance related diagnostic information that we get just out of the node process or node internals. And then we have a configuration so we can modify it so it runs in node or it runs in Express, and I can just like reload after that finishes running, and we've got, okay, cool, this is the stats when we run an Express server, slightly different every time I reload. And then backend issue. Oh, I've got plenty of backend issues. Fastify. Oop, that's not how you spell it. Fastify. And we can compare it with Fastify. And once we do all this, you know, we can kind of like do some diagnostics against all of these different servers. With that up and running, we can do like use autocannon, which is a load testing tool to test against a URL. In this case, we're running on localhost, so not the most ideal testing scenario, but that should be, you know, we can glean some information from this by testing the different types of servers. We can see, you know, latency issues that it had, average load time, standard deviation, and the maximum load time, as well as the request per seconds that it was able to handle. Run that against, you know, Fastify versus Node versus Express, and we can already see some different performance metrics just by switching between frameworks or not. After that, we also looked at using clustering. So clusters are what are gonna, you know, start different worker threads and console log as many times to the console for the number of CPUs that my computer has. On this computer, we've got 8, so we've got 8 CPUs there. You can see that improves performance. And essentially what I want to do now is I'm at a point where I've got some metrics that are being reported to the page. I've got some tooling for checking the metrics and the load balancing, things like that. And now we have it deployed to a, well, we don't have it deployed. We have deployed a Linode server that's going to be able to report its own sort of metrics internally, as well as be a place that we can host the website at twitchyperf.austingill.com. And now I was just going to deploy the node process using PM2 and Caddy as a reverse proxy so that then I can hit a server that's going to report these issues or report these stats and be able to like do some more real-world sort of testing. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to get this server up and running before I take off for the day. But yeah, we can hang out while we do that. I'm going to get back into my Linode box. And I think I have this PM2 process installed globally. And I need to run PM2 with some command. So let's go PM2 with npm start. No, I'm not in the right folder. cd twitchy perf. There we go. PM2 with the command npm start. Oh, I got it wrong. PM. What do we got? PM2 options and command. PM. I'm missing the name. PM2. How do you do this again? PM2 start app.js. PM2 list. PM2. Maybe it's PM2 start npm start, something like that. There you go. That's it. So now it should be up and running. Clear that. PM2 list. It's going to tell me, yes, it's still online. Awesome. That is a node process running at port 8000, which means I need to get my server up and running. And I feel like I should be able to go to my IP address and port 8000. No, doesn't want to work. Okay, that's fine. Okay, let's get Caddy set up. Let's edit the host file. Let's go here. Let's do nano/etc caddy file. We're going to come down here, change this to twitchyperf.austingill.com, and this is going to be a reverse proxy. So comment that out, reverse proxy, localhost 8000, should be able to save that and restart the Caddy server. Where is it? Down here, system reload Caddy. Cool. Reload Caddy. Come to my website, reload my website. Should take a little bit. Caddy got us a nice SSL certificate for free, and we have our node server running. Awesome. Number of CPUs is 1. CPU usage is that. Average load. Cool, 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 cool. Let's run some load tests against that. I think I'm done with this. And we can do npx auto canon. I'm gonna give 100. I'm gonna give 100 concurrent connections. Let's see how this works. Cool. Error, 1 timeout. Awesome. 17,000 requests in 10 seconds. Now, I'm going to get back into the server, and I'm going to cd twitchy perf. I'm going to change the node process to what do I want it? Nano, the source folder, the config. I'm going to change the server from node to fastify. And then I need PM2 to restart, I think. PM2 list. PM2 help. How do I restart a process? Oh gosh, that's a lot. Oh god, it's so much. I definitely don't need all this information. I should be able to restart. Start, trigger, deploy, start, PID, app name, create, start, stop, restart. Options, I need the ID. Cool. PM2 restart 0. Cool. That restarted. That's the ID 0. Cool. Should be going. I think that did restart the server as a Fastify server. Awesome. And we can exit out of there. And we can rerun our load test. And I should be able to see the previous. Ah, gosh, so much. Okay. All right. This is just updating too much. Give it a minute to finish. Cool. Let's see the previous load test. We had average latency 60 milliseconds and max latency was about 1.5 seconds. Request per second was 450. No, average 1,600 requests per second. Minimum was 454. Cool. Let's look at this other report. Too far. Looks like this can handle much fewer requests per second, and it has a slightly higher maximum load or latency. So Fastify, as much as they say that it's faster than Node, I don't know if that's actually true. But at the very least, we have a website that is reporting some load issues. And if I look at my server load, I wonder if those metrics are going to be coming in. Yeah. I don't know if I can trust this right now because this is all going to be based on a lot of the work I did with downloading the software. Oh. Camera died. No, camera overheated. That should be working now. Still not working. Anyway, that's as far as I'm going to be able to take it today. So we have deployed our little Fastify server. We have done some optimizations, but this is a project that I'm going to be taking further and hopefully build a course around on optimization techniques. So with that, today I'm going to be doing a raid to Purple Elf. So raid Purple Elf. And I'm just going to say thank y'all for showing up at the end of the stream. Thanks B Dougie for the raid. Thank you all for the follows that showed up later on. And yeah, if you want to check out this sort of stuff, I also have a course dropping on Remix, Prisma, and Postgres databases. So keep an eye out for that. Currently filming. That's why I've got the green screen. Should be out, I don't know, in maybe like 6 weeks or so after the editing is done. Anyway, I'll be on next week on Wednesday probably. So catch you then. If I don't hear from you, have a wonderful weekend. Brent, get out there, get some camping done, do some fishing, and I'll catch you next week.